You go close, people say, okay, you went close. Next year, man, you got to win it. You know.
Yeah,
of course, we've spent money in the transfer market.
Yeah.
So the weight of expectation is different this year. Yeah.
What do you think of Havertz? Because I know you. He's against Havertz. He's Havertz out.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
over the last 2-3 games.
Yeah.
That he's been doing good.
Yeah, he played well yesterday as well. Yeah.
65 mil.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. When he first come to the club, he's come to the club, £65 million, big reputation, big price tag. Let's be honest, he wasn't that great at Chelsea. So a lot of the fans were already speculating as if to say, right, are you sure about this guy, man? Because he's not blowing up any trees at Chelsea. We knew he was a good player, but he's not quite hit the heights. And his form in the first, couple of months was not great, let's be honest. So it's only right that the fans question, you know what I mean? Of course they're going to do that. However, the form's picked up, so it's looking like he might be that guy, which I hope he does go on to do. So,
it's for real. 'Cause that's a big
that is a
risk.
big one. But Rice, on the other hand, man, he's been a revelation.
He's just, I knew he would hit the ground running, though. I knew. I could see it. What do you think, though? Do you think Arteta's got, do you think he needs to win something this season, or is out, or do you think he's got a few more years before, even if he doesn't win?
Good question. I don't think they'll get rid of him if we don't win anything, but I do think if we don't win anything, there'll be a lot of pressure. Yeah. Because, like I said, and I've said it before, but it is true, the weight of expectation now is different.
It's heavy now.
Fans are not like last year, let's be honest, when we come second, it took a lot of people by surprise. I've got to be honest, even me. I wasn't expecting us to challenge City in that way and come second, but we did. But having said that, now that bar has been set, people saying, listen, man, you did that. Not only that, you've been supported in the transfer market by the owners.
Say not Arsenal fans,
you know what I mean? So we want to see something.
Money.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So
100. We want to see.
But I'm optimistic that we can. I mean, look, we're doing really well in the Champions League as well. We're top in our group. Yeah. So we're doing well in that.
How far do you think we can get in the Champions
I think we can go far, man. I must admit, I've watched quite a lot of Champions League football this season. And I'm looking at the teams, and no disrespect, but I'm not seeing any teams out there that frighten me. You know what I mean? So I think we can do well. I mean, we haven't been in the Champions League for so long now, so obviously
I think there's
it's slightly different European football, slightly more nuanced, it's slightly slower, a bit more tactical, you know what I mean? But even so, I mean, you could argue that the group that we're in the Champions League that we've been in is not the strongest. I would agree with that.
Yeah, I'd say that.
But even so, those teams, man, we kind of brushed them aside. We had that one blip against Lens. Yeah. But then in the return fixture, we beat them 6-0. So, you know what I mean? So I'm optimistic, man. I think we can go far. Obviously, it depends on the draw as well. There's a couple of teams in there that you wouldn't want to play too early. Real Madrid.
The Madrid
teams like that. Bayern Munich. And maybe even PSG on a hot day when Mbappe's firing. But apart from that, bro, you look across the landscape, there's not too many teams there that I would be worried about. And on our day, if we get it right, I think we're capable of any of those teams.
Team, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? So
good form.
I'm looking forward to it.
You've got it.
Yeah, man.
What do you think's harder, winning the Premier League or Champions League? Not just
get
for
asked
Arsenal,
this so lot,
but in general.
I get asked this a lot, man. It is a good question. You know what? I think, may sound a little bit disingenuous because we've not won the Champions League in our history. But just by sheer logistics, I think winning the Premier League is harder because it's week in, week out.
I'd agree
it's
with
very
that.
physical, it's very intense. And on any given day, you saw it happen yesterday at Villa, we weren't quite at it, we got beat. Even when we played Luton a few days before that, man, you know what I mean?
It's like
we struggled to put them away.
Yeah. I say Premier League's like coursework, and then Champions League is like an exam. It's like an exam.
You can kind of fluke your way into it.
You can fluke your way out of the exam, but the coursework, you got to do your research on the coursework.
Man.
You got to put in actual work.
That's right. Yeah, and it's such a long haul. Physical, intense.
Yeah, it's intense.
And everyone's coming at you. When you're a club like Arsenal as well, man, you know what I mean? You got a target on your back.
100%.
You know what I mean? Everyone wants to beat you, man. I mean, you saw the way the Villa fans were yesterday. When they won that game, man, that was like they'd won a trophy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Added to that, being a London club like Arsenal, one of the big clubs in London, there's so many London derbies.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you got to factor all those things into it.
Chelsea,
it's a long, hard slog. So yeah, I would say winning the Premier League is probably harder, but winning the Champions League is probably a bit more prestigious because then you could call yourself champions of Europe and everything that goes with that. So
that's it.
you know
That
what I
makes
mean?
perfect sense.
But yeah.
Nice. Cool.